Well, we're in Wyoming still, and Gwen, where are we now?
Atlantic City.
Are we gonna gamble here?
No.
This isn't that Atlantic City?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is Wyoming.
However, I bet, being a gold mining town, Atlantic City had lots of gambling. Let's go see it. Here's a few nuggets about Atlantic City as we were passing through rather quickly. We were trying to get to an abandoned place before the end of the day. I apologize for the brief representation, but we may be back to do a more thorough job if this channel ever takes off. Atlantic City is 27 miles south of Lander, Wyoming, and I believe it's part of the Sweetwater Mining District. In the summer of 1868, prospectors found gold in a nearby rock creek. Gold is often found in quartz, and this vein was thousands of feet long and several feet thick. Word got out, of course, and miners came a-running. To accommodate these many miners, 3 men named Collins, Thompson, and Tozier soon platted the town, sold lots, and Atlantic City was born. Though its location was remote, it was nearly 100 miles away from the nearest railhead. Winters were very harsh, as is Wyoming, and Indian attacks were frequent. But it didn't stop the dream of striking it rich and finally achieving a more relaxing lifestyle. Isn't that what all of us want? The camp turned into a boom town of around 2,000 people, and it had a church, a general store with a dance hall on its second story, a brewery, of course, an opera house, a school, a drugstore, and several saloons. Did people eat back then? Anyway, Atlantic City's first boom lasted about a decade before the gold began to play out. That's like 100 in miners' years. Most gold towns only lasted 2 years. That's pretty good to get a decade. The hope of finding more gold was always here, though, and companies and individuals kept trying to pull gold from the ground. Some were very successful. By 1920, the last of the area mines closed. By the 1950s, Atlantic City had become a proper ghost town. Sometime in the 60s, the United States Steel Corporation constructed a large open-pit iron ore mine 3 miles northwest of Atlantic City. Although most miners commuted from Lander, several made their homes in this camp. The iron mine closed in 1982, and Atlantic City became the sleepy little town it is today, occupied by summer vacationers and about 57 full-time residents and tourists like me. What we have over there is some motorcyclists playing miniature golf. What are those little cabins? I think it's a place you stay. Miners Delight Inn. So it's an inn. So, yeah, for quiet places. A little difficult to call this a quiet place. Atlantic City is a historic city. It came up the same time as South Pass City and the City of Miners Delight. And there are some very old buildings here. But there are also people living in the very old buildings.
Fire department.
Yes. Atlantic City Fire Department. There is a mix. Sorry for the bugs on the windshield, but there is a mix of old houses and new houses. But I couldn't show you South Pass City without at least doing a drive-through of the historic Atlantic City. And that looking like it was the school at one point. It's got a bell on top.
Hideout.
And if you turn here, here's the historic part of it. Pottery studio.
Someone turned the ruins into their back porch.
Yeah, the ruins are now someone's back porch. Yeah.
Now I gotta turn around.
Now you have to turn around. And it's not very conducive for turning around.
No, it's not.
Trying to read what that says. Oh, it said cigarettes or something. It was a tobacco shop of some kind. Well, as I said, Atlantic City here was a ghost town for a lot of years. And then it got repurposed. And mail gets delivered here now. The AC Merch Restaurant, Historic Saloon. And I'm thinking, I know what Gwen is thinking. It's open. Well, I thought we were just passing through, thinking it would be a little too late in the day to see much of anything. However, Atlantic City is the only town out of the 3 ghost towns that we are visiting that has food. And reasonably priced, too. Gwen had a patty melt, and I had this wonderful half-pound bison burger with sweet potato chips. This memory will have us coming back for another visit. However, I'm very excited to visit the next actual ghost town, a real abandoned place, Miner's Delight. Please subscribe and click on the bell to get notified of its posting date. I'm telling you now, it was my dream location for a ghost town. It's getting dark there. There's thunder in the distance. No other humans. And strange noises coming from the woods. I'll be posting it soon, so subscribe now. And thanks for watching.